Hi, in this lecture, I'm going to show you how we can resize columns in Microsoft Excel automatically and all at once. Now, just taking a look at our sample table, you can see that some of the columns have been overlapped with the other column right next to it, which has resulted in them being cut off. So for example, if I take column D and this cell here, which is the header cell, it's called No of Items. Now, you can see here that it's basically been overlapped with the next column, and as a result, it's unreadable. If you were to read this just by glancing it, you would be stuck to actually decipher this because it's been cut off. Now, while we can have columns that have been rendered unreadable because they're overlapping, we've also got the opposite scenario where we've got a column that is actually bigger than we would preferably like it to be. So if I go to this column here, column F, you can see that we've got our prices here, but we've got all this white space here. Now, that's pretty big, and we may not always want that sort of scenario where our column is a bit bigger than it really should be. So what we're going to do is quickly resize all these columns to make them all readable and to a good width. So what you do is you basically select all your columns and you find any line between either of these columns, and your mouse, if you notice, will change to this symbol here. Then all you have to do is simply double click. There. Do you see that? Now all the columns have been perfectly resized and you can see all the data. There's no overlapping and there's no too wider column either. So basically what Excel has done is that it has automatically resized each column according to the length of the largest value in that specific column. So this is how you can resize columns all at once, quickly, efficiently, and automatically. It's a very quick fix, and it can make your tables look that much more cleaner and neater. Now, folks, I should point out that there is one caveat here, and that is sometimes your data, it might be fairly long in a particular cell. And what happens is when you do that double click method I showed you earlier, the column, to accommodate that whole width of that large data item, might go so wide that it will go over off screen. In that case, all you have to do is just manually readjust the column and select that whole column and choose to wrap the text, and that will fix that particular situation. Also, if you want to just align the width of just one column and not the rest of the table, then again you can do that. All you have to do is just select that individual column and click the line to the right hand side of that chosen column. So for example, I'm just going to make column C small again. Now as you can see, it's been cut off. Now if I just wanted to widen column C, all I would have to do is just select the column and click the line to the right hand side of my chosen column. So in this case, it's this line here between column C and D, because C is our chosen column. So we're just clicking to the right hand side. There. And column C is now widened to a perfect width to accommodate all the data. Okay, so that concludes this lecture. Thank you for listening and watching. We have seen how we can resize Excel columns all at once, quickly, efficiently, and automatically in Microsoft Excel. We have also covered how we can resize individual columns and mentioned the caveat of when a column goes outside and off screen of the Excel worksheet and what to do to remedy that. If there are any questions or queries, please feel free to reach out.